Breaking Bad or The Sopranos? Greetings, Star Wars Stackers. How you doing? The Stacking Stormtrooper here. If you're new to the channel, I talk all things pop culture from the 1980s to today. So make sure you subscribe and click that bell notification so that way you get updated with any new content. This is going to be a three-part series where I am actually going to pit some of the best TV dramas against one another, Breaking Bad and The Sopranos. Both of these shows, Breaking Bad and The Sopranos, are outstanding. They both received critical acclaim for various reasons. Both have won many awards, and they are both highly regarded by many people as the very best that TV has ever had. So this series is going to be a three-part series where I'm going to review each of the shows individually, and then on the third part, I'm going to discuss which one I think is the better show. So today I'm going to talk about The Sopranos. For those of you that have been living under a rock, The Sopranos was released in 1999, and it wrapped up in 2007. The show was 6 seasons. It was created by David Chase, and it starred James Gandolfini as the lead, Tony Soprano, the head of the New Jersey mob. It had also Lorraine Bracco, who played his psychiatrist, Dr. Melfi, and Edie Falco as his wife, Carmela. The show's an innovative look at the life of a fictional mafia don, Tony Soprano, and it also gives an additional perspective, which is conveyed through intimate conversations that he has with his psychiatrist, Dr. Melfi. It also shows you throughout his daily life, whether it be at home or at work, or while he's taking care of his other business enterprises. The show has many moments of black comedy, it has a lot of aggression, a lot of drama, a lot of adult language, and there's some extreme violence. It's the winner of 4 Golden Globes and 21 Emmy Awards. And if you check out IMDb's website, it's ranked 13 in their top 250 shows ever. So it is definitely and arguably one of the best TV dramas ever made. So here are my thoughts on The Sopranos, if you couldn't already tell that I'm a fan. Like most TV shows that start off strong, it's hard for the writing, in my opinion, to stay consistent throughout and to continually improve. And whether it be due to fatigue or challenges that the writing teams have to push the story along, we see The Sopranos stay strong as a whole. But I would say, personally, if you guys have seen this show, you may agree with me. The Sopranos, it slowly starts to go downhill, I would say right after the 3rd season. And the most disappointing thing, and spoiler alert, okay guys, don't say I didn't warn you. In my opinion, and it's still discussed to this day between many people, and I'm sure some of you that are watching this video will agree, is that the way that the show ended. Again, spoiler alert. The final scene, the diner, where Tony Soprano is sitting there with his family. They're playing Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. And you see that one guy walk in. Tony glances at him. The guy looks at him, and you start kind of getting this like uneasy feeling. And then when the door opens and Tony Soprano looks up, and then Journey says, "Don't stop," and then silence, and you're like, what? What just happened? What? And you start hitting your TV. What just happened? Calling the cable company to complain. Then you see the credits. Everybody starts freaking out that maybe that their power went out and they missed the very last 2 seconds. It's an ambiguous ending to the show that many of us are left having to try to figure out what the heck happened. Did Tony Soprano end up getting whacked because he's coming off of a major war with the New York family? Or did the door just open up and he happens to look up and then they ended it? I still, to this day, can't make up my mind. I don't know whether he was shot or what. I really don't know. But the amazing thing, though, this show, I think all of you would agree that James Gandolfini carries it. Gandolfini's acting throughout is incredible. There's also some very graphic and dramatic scenes which stand out. In my opinion, the fight between Tony and Carmela, there's a really heated argument that gets very, aggressive. I mean, it looks real. I mean, the two of them hit that out of the park. Then there's the dismembering of Ralph Cifaretto's body, and Tony ending the life of his nephew Christopher after the car crash. But yet the writers did such a good job with James Gandolfini that even though he happens to be a murdering sociopath and a philanderer, he is still the person that we are all rooting for. And it's bizarre, right? Similar to Dexter and Walter White from Breaking Bad, even though these guys are criminals and murderers, for whatever reason, all of us are sitting here rooting for them. Let me give you some quick trivia about The Sopranos. To settle salary disputes, after season 4, James Gandolfini gave each cast member $33,333 from his own pocket. Also, after the pilot aired, a real-life wise guy told James Gandolfini never to wear shorts again. Apparently, this encounter definitely was played through in For All Debts Public and Private in 4th season, episode 1, when New York boss Carmine tells Tony that he'd heard about the recent backyard party and that Adon doesn't wear shorts. Also, 4 members of the Northern New Jersey's only real-life mob family were secretly taped in 1999 by federal investigators talking about the similarity between the Soprano family and their family. And on the tape, one mobster asked another, "Is this supposed to be us?" And his buddy replied, "Yeah, you're in there. They mentioned your name in there for sure." It's also said that during some of the scenes, James Gandolfini inserted a small stone in his shoe to anger him, making him play the role of Tony Soprano more authentically. Another fun fact, apparently he would stay awake all night for some of the breakfast scenes, so that way he would achieve a more tired look. And believe it or not, James Gandolfini happens to be the only cast member that appeared in every single episode. Regardless of the writing starting to stink after the 3rd season, the show is still, to this day, one of my favorites of all time. And I am very surprised that it's not higher up on IMDb's list for all-time best shows. So, what do I give this show, in case you couldn't really figure out already, on the Death Star-meter? I give this show 5 stars, without a doubt, hands down, one of the best shows ever made. I just recently watched it about 6 months ago, and even though I know exactly what happens throughout the entire show, it was still entertaining, it was still awesome. I loved it, and I'm even considering watching it a 3rd time, but maybe in a couple years. But this show is absolutely fantastic. If you guys haven't seen The Sopranos yet, and I have spoken to some of my subscribers offline that have told me that they still have never seen it, you guys need to see it. You could get it either on Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO Go, whatever it is, but you guys got to see it. And then come back to me and let me know. You guys need to watch the show, plain and simple. All right? Let me know in the comments, which show do you think is better? For those of you that have seen Breaking Bad and The Sopranos, what do you think is better? And what do you think I am going to say is the better show of the two? I'm going to do my review on Breaking Bad on the next episode, and then I'm going to discuss both of them together, comparing and contrasting them, and discussing which one I think is the best on my 3rd episode. So, from the 1980s to today, so make sure you got your bell notification. I did that backwards. Let's try that again. I'm going to do a review. So the first part's going to be a review. So I'm going to do a 3-part series on this. So this is going to be a battle between the best TV shows. What the flip am I even talking about? This 3-part series is going to discuss why these 2 shows are amazing, and I am going to decide which one is... I just... Now, the thing is, so... What the hell am I even saying? The Sopranos was released in 1999 and it wrapped in 2007. So for those... what the show's premise is basically, it's an innovative look at the life of a fictional mafia captain. The show is a look at a fictional mafia. The show is a fictional. It's an innovative. The show's an innovative look at the fictional mafia. I can't tell you how many times I want to swear, but I can't. I have to keep it PG. The movie, similar to like Dexter, and I'll get to Walter White from Breaking Bad in the second. Also, 4 members of the. I can't even read that name. Also, 4 members. Also, 4 members of the Northern New Jersey's only real-life mob family made news when they were securely taped. Secretly taped. Securely taped. What the heck? He would also stay awake at night for some of the breakfast scenes, so that way he could achieve more tired look. Now, regardless of the show's downward trajectory, regardless of this, okay, here's the thing, guys. Yeah. Now, regardless of the show's downward trajectory, why can't I say that word? It sounds weird. I'm saying it weird. Regardless of the show's downward trend, regardless of the show's quality slowly diminishing over time, no. I still felt that oh my God. Now, regardless of the show's, you know, guys, this is frustrating, to say the least. Okay, let's try that again. Get a little closer. Now, regardless of the show's downward trajectory, guys, that does it for me. Make sure you check out that video. This video is also awesome. I'm awesome. You're awesome. Let's be awesome together. What the hell am I even talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's be awesome together. Stupid. So, guys, that does it for me. Make sure you check out this show right here. It's a great show. So, guys, that does it for me. Make sure you check out that episode. I can't talk today. I really can't. And I'm supposed to live stream later on. I better get together. So, guys, that does it for me. Please check. Guys, that does it for me. Please check out that video right there. It's really good. I promise you. And this one is also pretty darn funny. And the only reason I'm saying darn is because I want to keep this channel G-rated. So, what the heck am I rambling on about? God. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. So, guys, that does it for me. Please make sure you check out that episode. Okay. Is there ever a time that you guys just kind of feel like just punching yourself? I just kind of want to just punch myself. Let's get it together here. Guys, that does it for me. Please make sure you check out this video. It's very funny. This video is good too. I promise you, you'll find it to be entertaining. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so. Get that bell notification clicked. And guys, remember, long live the Empire.